BRAINCOM presents. You've probably heard the phrase, "what goes around comes around." It's a concept that stems from the law of karma. Now, karma is not just a word, it's a philosophy, a way of life that can guide us through the labyrinth of existence. It's a spiritual concept that's been around for centuries, dealing with the law of cause and effect. Think of it as a cosmic principle, where every action you take has a reaction, a consequence. But it's not about punishment or reward, it's not a celestial scorekeeper keeping tabs on us. Rather, it's about understanding the ripple effect of our actions. Karma teaches us that our actions, our thoughts, our words, they all matter. They shape the course of our lives, and these aren't just abstract philosophical musings. They are practical, actionable laws that you can apply in your everyday life. So are you ready to delve into these laws and see how they can change your life? Let's kick things off with the first law, the Great Law. This law, also known as the law of cause and effect, is as simple as it is profound. It suggests that whatever we broadcast outwards in thoughts, feelings, and actions is what we draw into our lives. It's like a cosmic echo, returning what we give out. Imagine you're at the edge of a tranquil lake. You toss a pebble into the calm waters. The pebble, your action, creates ripples, the effects that spread out in all directions. The same applies to our lives. If you send out vibes of happiness, peace, love, and friendship, that's what you'll get back. It's like planting a seed and watching it grow into a tree that bears the same fruit. So let's ponder this for a moment. Do you believe in this law? Have you ever experienced a situation where you felt the effect of what you've put out in the universe? Next up, let's discuss the law of creation. This law is a gentle reminder that life doesn't just happen to us. We're not mere spectators in the grand theater of existence. Instead, we're the playwrights, the actors, the directors. We have the power to shape our own narrative, to paint our own portrait. The law of creation asserts that our lives require our active participation. It's not enough to sit back and let the world spin on its axis. We've got to jump in, get our hands dirty, engage with the raw material of life. We've got to sculpt our own reality with conviction and purpose. Think of it this way, life is like a canvas and we're the artists. Every thought, every decision, every action is a stroke of our brush. So what kind of masterpiece are we creating? What are you creating in your life right now? Are you actively participating in your journey? Now, moving on to the law of humility. This law speaks to the heart of acceptance. It tells us that if there's something we cannot accept, then it's impossible for us to change it. This law isn't about resignation or defeat. Far from it. It's about understanding our current reality, acknowledging it, and only then can we begin to alter it. Imagine you're in a maze and you've taken a wrong turn. You're at a dead end. The law of humility encourages you to accept that you're lost, rather than deny it. That acceptance is the first step to finding your way out. It's about embracing the truth of the moment, no matter how uncomfortable or inconvenient it might be. So the next time you find yourself in a less than ideal situation, remember the law of humility. Acceptance isn't weakness, it's the beginning of strength. Have you ever found it hard to accept a situation? How did it affect your life? Scene script. Let's talk about the law of growth. This powerful law states that we must evolve ourselves before we can influence our surroundings. It's like trying to change the reflection in the mirror without altering the object in front of it. The reflection is simply a mirror image of the object, and any change has to begin with the object itself. Under this law, the onus of personal development and growth is squarely on us. We are the seeds and our lives are the gardens. Our thoughts, actions, and attitudes nurture this seed, making it bloom into a beautiful flower or wither into oblivion. In essence, the law of growth is a call for introspection and self-improvement. It's a reminder that change starts within, and only when we change ourselves can we begin to change our world. So ask yourself, how have you grown in the past year? What changes did you make in your life? Now, let's dive into the law of responsibility. This law nudges us to look inward, to see that if something isn't quite right in our lives, there's likely something within us that needs addressing. It's a call to action, a prompt to stop pointing fingers outward and start pointing them inward. You see, this law asserts that we are the architects of our own lives. If we're unhappy with our circumstances, it's up to us to change them. It's a call to stop playing the victim, to stop blaming others, and to start taking ownership of our actions. Imagine you're the captain of your ship. If the ship is off course, who's responsible? The sea? The wind? No, it's the captain. Just as the captain adjusts the sails to reach the destination, we too need to adjust our actions, our thoughts, our attitudes to navigate the sea of life. Do you feel responsible for your life? Can you think of a time when you took responsibility for a situation? Next, let's explore the law of connection. Now, this is a fascinating one. It's the idea that everything and everyone in the universe is interconnected. It's like a massive cosmic jigsaw puzzle, where each piece, no matter how small, has a crucial role to play. This law invites us to comprehend our connection to the world around us. Imagine a spider's web glistening in the morning dew. If you touch one strand, the whole web shudders. That's us, folks. We're all strands on that cosmic web, and our actions, our words, even our thoughts, they send ripples across the universe. But it's not just about how our actions affect others. It's also about how we're shaped by our connections. We're not solitary beings. We're part of a vast, interconnected network. Our relationships, our environment, our experiences, they all shape us, mold us, make us who we are. What connections do you see in your life? How do you feel connected to the universe? Now let's delve into the law of focus. This law states that our attention cannot be split between two things simultaneously. It's just like when you're trying to watch a movie and text at the same time, you're bound to miss out on parts of the film, right? Just so, the law of focus encourages us to pour our attention into our goals without letting distractions lead us astray. Imagine your goal is a destination, and your focus is the vehicle taking you there. If you allow distractions to grab the wheel, you'll wind up lost, off the beaten path. But if you maintain your focus, keeping your eyes on the road ahead, you'll arrive at your destination in no time. In essence, the law of focus is a reminder to cultivate a one-pointed mind, a mind that is unwavering in its pursuit of its chosen ambition. So, ask yourself, what are you focusing on right now? How do distractions affect your life? Next, let's discuss the law of giving and hospitality. This law is all about aligning our behavior with our thoughts and actions. It's a call to generosity and openness, a reminder that our hearts should be as wide as our doors. Consider this. When we give, we are not losing. We are creating space for new things to come into our lives. Our act of giving, whether it's a material gift, a kind word, or a helping hand, sends a strong message to the universe about our readiness to receive. Hospitality, on the other hand, is about making people feel welcome and comfortable. It's about sharing our space, our time, and ourselves. It's a way of showing respect and love for our fellow beings. The law of giving and hospitality nudges us to be more generous, more welcoming, and more compassionate beings. It's about creating a positive ripple in the world around us. How do you practice giving and hospitality in your life? Have you ever experienced the joy of giving? Now let's talk about the law of here and now. This principle is a gentle reminder to us all that the present moment is the only place where life truly happens. The past is a memory, the future is a mystery, but the now is a gift. That's why it's called the present. This law of here and now encourages us to fully engage with the present moment. It's not about ignoring the past or the future, but rather acknowledging them without letting them steal the joy of the now. Just like a bird navigating the wind, we must learn to ride the currents of our lives, moment by moment, without clinging to the past or straining for the future. Imagine if we all lived in the present, if we all savored each moment as if it were a precious jewel. What a world that would be! Are you living in the present? How often do you find yourself dwelling on the past or worrying about the future? Finally, let's tackle the law of change. This karmic law holds that history, like a persistent schoolmaster, will keep repeating itself until we learn the lessons it's trying to teach us. It's like a cosmic echo reverberating through time and space, nudging us to grow and evolve. Now, this doesn't mean we're doomed to relive our past mistakes over and over again. Quite the contrary. The The law of change encourages us to learn from our past, to take note of patterns, to recognize the recurring themes in our lives. It nudges us, gently or sometimes not so gently, to make necessary changes. It's about breaking cycles, shattering old patterns, and forging new paths. It's about learning, growing, and evolving. It's about turning the wheel of karma in a positive direction. So take a moment and reflect. Have you noticed patterns in your life that keep repeating? What lessons have you learned from them? So there you have it, folks. The 11 laws of karma that can change your life. Let's take a quick run down memory lane. From the great law, reminding us that what we put out into the universe, we get back, to the law of creation, encouraging us to actively participate in shaping our own lives. We've explored the law of humility, the law of growth, and the law of responsibility, all of which encourage self-improvement and accepting accountability for our actions. The law of connection, focus, giving, and hospitality remind us that our actions are interconnected, our focus determines our reality, and generosity is a key to abundance. The law of here and now emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment, and the law of change assures us that change is the only constant. Reflect on these laws, see how they resonate with your life and the choices you make. Remember, karma is not about punishment or reward, but about understanding the consequences of our actions. So, keep these laws in mind, and let them guide you on your journey. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to click on the notification bell, so then you get notified of our next post. Also, to learn about many other interesting topics, be sure to check our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.